For the last week, there has been rioting and unrest in towns and cities across the UK, to the point where the Foreign Office has urged tourists to leave the country if they are able to do so. But how and why has the situation escalated to this stage? Watch on to find out. The riots began in Southport last Tuesday, a day after 3 innocent girls were killed in an attack which most people were led to believe was committed by a Muslim 17-year-old boy. In the attack, 8 other children and 2 adults were also injured. A 17-year-old boy born in Wales, United Kingdom, was arrested. Misinformation on social media began to circulate online. News began to spread that the 17-year-old boy was a Muslim called Ali al-Shakati. He was an asylum seeker and that he had arrived in a boat last year as a migrant. All of this is untrue. You see, due to British law, the identity of the boy was not released as he was only 17. However, a decision was made by the government to reveal his identity because of the misinformation being spread. His name is actually Axel Radukubana, who was born to Rwandan parents and was raised as a Christian. He appeared in court charged with 3 counts of murder, 10 counts of attempted murder, and 1 of possession of a bladed article. So why are people rioting? Well, groups of people, many from outside of the town of Southport, hurled bricks at the police and a local mosque in Southport. They set fire and threw bottles and injured over 50 police officers. Many of the rioters were supporters of the far right, and the escalating violence has since been described as far-right thuggery by the Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer. Since then, protests have been held in London, Rotherham, Middlesbrough, Liverpool, Bolton and Northern Ireland, amongst many other places. You see, what started as riots targeting the Muslim community should have ended immediately once the identity of the boy was revealed. But it didn't. It continued, despite everyone knowing that misinformation led to the riots in the first place. In fact, the narrative has also moved onto protesting against immigrants, an issue the far right has campaigned against for a long time. So, is immigration a bad thing in the UK? Well, instead of giving an opinion, let's take a look at the facts. According to the UK Parliament House of Commons website, in 2023, 1.2 million people migrated to the UK. However, 500,000 UK residents also moved out of the UK. In total, there are approximately 6 million people living in the UK with a foreign passport, which is approximately 9% of the population. In terms of contributions, in 2022, government officials told the BBC that immigration had a very positive effect on the economy, but stressed the need to improve the skills of people already in the country in order to reduce the levels of migrations. The previous UK government promised to reduce net migration levels but failed to do so because of the need for migrant workers in industries such as farming, warehousing and hospitality. Britain's decision to leave the EU through Brexit has slowed down immigration from EU countries. Therefore, there is a gap which needs to be filled. According to a recent Oxford economic study, UK-based migrants from Europe contribute more to the UK public finances than the average UK adult by around £2.3 thousand. Finally, going back to the protests, the common argument of wanting to reduce immigration comes down to the integration and British values. Many on the far right cite British values as the main reason for wanting to reduce immigration. However, if the minority of people, i.e. those causing the violence and disruption, are of this opinion, then many of themselves are not adhering to the core British values of integrity and being law-abiding. After all, the irony is that the rioters are the ones who want to keep Britain safe and prosperous and peaceful, yet they are the ones who are burning it down.